perfect person. I put the cart before the horse. A list of reasons, long as sermons, why I never needed God. Then I heard His voice, so sweet, it put me on my knees. I'm holding on to hope for dear life, with God driving, and I'm finally free at last. God driving, God Tiff and the Punisher, they won't back down. Fight for the children in every town. They are taking our kids every day. I shout them in and no one has a thing to say for those who have been isolated. Don't be worried, you have a voice today. So listen up everyone, here is the story. Child Protective Services, here's your radio. CPS is what they call it. They want our kids because it fills a lot of people's wallet. We all think it won't be us. We say when they come we will be so tough. It all sounds good when there's no one to take them. But when they come, your voice gets to breaking. Stay calm, step away. CPS ain't taking no one today. We are educated. Stay calm, step away. CPS, you need to leave. I know the tricks up your sleeves. You can't do what you're trying to do. We have done our homework. Don't do a damn thing without a warrant. You future have come for the calling. They are giving us the CPS warning. Their voice is loud and clear. We stop losing our kids this year. Tiff wants to fight the entire planet. She is tired of our kids being taken, God damn it. She's been fighting CPS for 30 years, bringing children home from this disgusting mess. The Punisher is screaming out loud, abolish CPS and tear it down. I want all our kids to come back. Look at all those kids, pictures held up like thin tags. Together we are stronger than we need. We will tear down CPS with high speed. We will do so much being together. Birds of a feather flock together. So watch out CPS, here we come. Picking you one by one. We promise to bring back the family and prosecute the caseworkers unhandily. Give us back the kids you have taken. Tiff and the Punisher sending you all on a vacation. The one with bars in the windows, and the only games you play are on Nintendos. Corruption in courts, here we come. We won't stop until it's done. You judges need to learn what you stand for. This is Tiff and the Punisher. We cry out to all of you out there. We need support for a cause that many don't care. All children are being stolen way too often. So CPS, we plan on doing the stopping. Stop.
What's up, Tiff? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Nothing. It's Friday.
It is. You know what that means?
Yeah, the kids will be home all weekend.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what I was going to say. What goes on there in Virginia? Boy, I still can't get over yesterday and that whole what is that cat making noise about? I can't believe that those judges were like that with the whole with Brenda. I just, you know what? I'm sitting there and the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm getting madder and madder and madder. You know, if these judges wouldn't do wrong to people when they take their kids, they wouldn't have to worry about that stuff, you know?
Yeah. And I agree with everybody, even the girl that was talking, right?
Mm-hmm.
She pretty much said the same thing we did. Why are we talking about your safety and your security and how you feel about it when you're doing the same thing to families, ripping people apart?
You see what Classic Mommy said?
My husband just said, who's the judge's boss? Well, I guess it depends on what state you live in.
Just who's the boss of the judges, man?
The president, right?
That's you cut the head off of the snake.
The attorney general. I believe Pam Bondi is.
No, can't be.
Yes.
Well, yeah, maybe now. Yeah, straighten that shit out, Pam. And cut the bullshit.
You hear my husband? He said, cut the bullshit, Pam, and straighten that shit out.
You picture? He saw that he put his picture on the song. Now he's ready. He's coming in on the show.
I'm just saying, I mean, they got a job to do. You know what I mean? And
Darren said, now that he put your picture up, you got to come on the show.
Yeah, yeah. But I got to make that point because I was looking at my drum set and I just
he said, okay.
They got a job to do. That's what they'll tell your ass when you back them in the corner. So who's his fault?
But I also think, like here in Virginia, our judges are.
I'm gonna find that out right now, Mitch. We're gonna find out who the boss is.
He said he's gonna find that out right now.
The snake right there.
But in some states, like our state, we don't get to elect our judges, right? Ours are appointed. So, I was trying to say, I guess it depends on where you live because in some states, the people are their bosses because they elect these judges. Here, we don't get that. We don't have that opportunity. They just appoint them.
So this says, In the U.S. federal
Listen.
judicial system, judges do not have a single boss in the traditional sense, but the Chief Justice of the United States serves as the administrative leader of the entire federal judiciary and presides over the judicial conference, which sets policy for federal courts. For individual courts, a chief judge handles budgetary and administrative matters. Decision by lower court judges can be appealed to higher courts, which have the authority to overrule them. So that's what it says when I ask who is the boss of the judges.
So for us, it would be Judge Iden, right? Because he oversees the courts here in Frederick and Winchester.
Judicial Judges and Judicial Administration Journalist Guide. Okay. That's us. We're journalists. Yep, we're in here now. Article 3 judges can be removed from office only through impeachment by the House of Representatives and conviction by the Senate.
Wow.
Let's see. Okay. Magistrate judges also are not Article 3 judges. By federal statute, they are appointed by a majority of the U.S. district judges in each judicial district for a renewable term of 8 years. In addition, there are a small number of part-time magistrate judges who serve 4-year terms. The job title is magistrate judge, not magistrate. Like bankruptcy judges, magistrate judges must meet specific eligibility criteria, including at least 5 years as a member in good standing of states or territories' highest court bar. They also must be vetted by a merit selection panel that consists of lawyers and non-lawyers from the community. The precise duties of a magistrate judge vary somewhat from the district to district, but some duties are common to all courts. Magistrate judges authorize search and arrest warrants. They hear preliminary matters in felony criminal cases, such as conducting probable cause hearings and deciding whether to set bail or order pretrial detention. As a result, a magistrate judge is usually the first federal judicial officer a defendant sees following the arrest or an indictment.
Wow.
Magistrate judges hear cases involving petty offenses committed on federal lands, but felony trials are heard only by district judges. In most districts, magistrate judges handle pretrial motions and hearings in civil cases, while in most civil cases are tried by district judges. Magistrate judges also may preside over civil trials if all parties consent. And the magistrate judges are paid the same salary regardless of whether they serve or their years of service.
So what about administrative law judges?
Well, I'm looking at the judicial administration. Let's see. The administration office of the U.S. courts is the administrative law judges, circuit judicial councils, chief judges, judicial disciplinary process. Here we go. Judicial disciplinary process. Here you go, Mitch. This is for you, buddy. The chief judge of a circuit receives any misconduct complaints involving the judges in his or her circuit, conducts a preliminary review, and may dismiss the complaint if it lacks grounds for further action. Either the complaint or the affected judge may appeal the chief judge's order to the Circuit Judicial Council. So the chief judge is the boss of the judges.
There you go. Which here is Iden.
That's who you put the first one on there.
So I also wanted to say what I told you earlier, right?
Yeah.
So a judge here, Iden, signed an order stating nobody's allowed to record in these courtrooms.
Right.
So me being me, I hit up a lawyer friend. I said, hey, are judges allowed to sign orders that say nobody's allowed to record in their courtrooms? So this is just for Virginia, okay? Now you got to find out your own states. The answer is no. The law says the litigants, which would be me if I was in court, and their attorney can record their own hearings. So that order is null and void. And that little bullshit policy on that, as my husband calls it, the little rascals paper, it's against the First Amendment. Now, we have the right to record these people because they work for us. So anybody can challenge that. The only thing is you can only record your case.
Okay. Now, here's the question. Is that considered admissible evidence?
Yes, because look, I will tell you this. One attorney that I trust, he brings his own court person, right? They have their laptop, they have a microphone on top. And I noticed, because I was involved in this case in JD&R, that once the judge, actually, she swore him in and then forgot he was there.
Oh my.
Right? And then until she happened to look over and remembered that he was there, then she started acting right. So all these proceedings, because Virginia JD&R courts is not of record. Okay. So you're really going to have to hire your own, I think they're called stenographers or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because they will say and do anything unless you hold their feet to the fire.
Mm-hmm. That's nice. That's it. Hmm.
And not only that, anytime, right? Like judges, prosecutors, police, CPS workers, whoever.
Mm-hmm.
If you apply for that job and you get that job, you know that there's risks that come with all that. You know. Why are you crying about it? If you don't like it, retire, quit, get another job, go work at Walmart.
Mm-hmm. What's wrong with working at Walmart?
Nothing. That's my point. If you don't want people coming after you and quote unquote talking about you, and you have such a problem and you're fearful for your life, go work at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Go to McDonald's. Nobody's going to bother you unless you get their food order wrong.
Mm-hmm. Right, which that's a simple job, and they should be getting it right. Anybody that works in the restaurant industry should be paying attention, because you have one job. That job is to provide the right order when people ask for it.
Right.
So please pay attention, people that work in the service industry. I did for a lot of years, and I never, ever, ever screwed up anybody's food, ever. Just saying.
I can vouch for it.
Yep, Mary can say that for truth. That's truth in the matter. Now, on as far as electronic devices go, I'm looking at this thing in it says circuits and districts set local rules on whether the public and media may bring portable electronic communication devices, such as cell phones, laptops, and tablets, into their courthouses, and where and whether such devices may be used. For guidance on personal electronic devices, consult the local court's rules or administrative standing orders on its website, or contact the clerk's office. Even if a court generally permits electronic devices, individual judges still may prohibit them inside courtrooms. Judges also may limit the applications that may be used on such devices. For example, even if devices are permitted by court rules, a judge may prohibit live blogging or use of social media applications inside the courtroom.
That's cool. I mean, you shouldn't be on Facebook if you're in the courtroom anyway.
Oh, I mean, well, I think that everybody should be on media at all times. Put it out there, get it out there to people, you know.
I didn't say YouTube.
You know what? Here's this.
I said Facebook.
Oh yeah, FaceTube.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. FaceTube, U-Book, whatever you want to call it. Here's the you know what? I just got this. I don't know if this link will be what comes now, because that's probably it. I did just get this federal this one fly has been flying around me all goddamn night. This federal media guide here, and I'll put it up in here so you guys can have it too. That has all this rules and regulations of the Journalist Guide to the Federal Courts. So that way everybody can have that. Let's see here. This fucking little.
All right, there. Don't knock over your shit.
I know. I saw that. Well, the guy. I'm gonna get that son of a bitch. Where's my chopsticks? I'm gonna Mr. Miyagi the hell out of that little fly. It's on this page right here, guys. At the bottom of the page, I got the PDF here, but here is the page that it's on. Right here. Right here. paste. That didn't do what I wanted it to. All right, there you go. Put that there, and there you go, guys. In the link here, you will see that's where you can find at the bottom of it. There's the federal media thingamabobdick.
Not only that same website should come out in October with your new Supreme Court guideline books. Ours is called the bench book. So I'm just waiting for October because our new bench book for Virginia will be coming out. I want to say like right before Halloween. So everybody should have a copy of their bench book in every state.
Yeah, you should. They're free?
Yeah, they're in a PDF.
They are?
Yes. And then in January,
all right, good.
If you have the government's manual, you need to get rid of the 2025 one and download the 2026 federal manual.
And everybody should go to cpsbreakingnews.com and sign up for our newsletter, which is just like this right here.
In the spirit of investigative journalism, this newsletter uncovers the ongoing controversies surrounding child protective services across the United States. From wrongful child removals to systemic failures in foster care, we bring you the elements substantiated by recent reports and lawsuits. For more resources, visit cpsbreakingnews.com and subscribe to www.youtube.com/@abolishcps for in-depth discussions and advocacy. In New York, a class action lawsuit accuses the Administration for Children's Services, ACS, of violating parents' Fourth Amendment rights during home investigations. Parents report being coerced into allowing searches without warrants under threats of child removal. This rare constitutional challenge aims to defend families from unwarranted intrusions, revealing how CPS tactics can traumatize innocent households. Spike in child fatalities sparks debate on removal policies. In Washington state, a surge in fatal and near-fatal incidents involving children in 2025 has reignited discussions on CPS removal practices. Critics argue that hasty removals without sufficient evidence contribute to family destabilization, while defenders point to the challenges of balancing safety with family unity. This controversy reflects broader national debates on whether CPS policies exacerbate rather than prevent harm.
Human trafficking risks among child welfare-involved youth. A 2024 study reveals verified human trafficking allegations among children in the child welfare system, particularly those with repeat involvements. While not directly implicating CPS in trafficking, the research shows how system instability increases vulnerability to exploitation, including sex and labor trafficking. Federal reports from 2024 emphasize the need for better protections, with FBI operations arresting hundreds in child sex abuse crackdowns. In the complex world of child welfare, a common legal question arises. What rights do parents have when CPS initiates an investigation, and what remedies exist if a child is wrongfully removed? The core issue stems from the Fourth Amendment, which protects against unreasonable searches and seizures. CPS workers often enter homes without warrants, citing exigent circumstances, but recent lawsuits clarify that parents can refuse entry absent a court order or immediate danger. For instance, in cases like those in New York City, families have successfully challenged coercive tactics, leading to demands for clearer protocols on parental consent. If a child is removed unjustly, solutions include filing a civil rights lawsuit under Section 1983 in federal court. Parents must prove violations like lack of due process or qualified immunity breaches. Successful cases, such as foster care abuse settlements, demonstrate potential for compensation, with payouts sometimes exceeding millions for egregious harms. Steps to pursue: document everything. Gather evidence of the investigation, including reports and communication. Consult an attorney. Civil rights lawyers specialize in these cases. Initial consultations are often free. File a complaint. Sue in federal court. Seeking damages for emotional distress and punitive awards if malice is shown. Appeal removals. Use state family courts to contest decisions, potentially leading to reunification. While CPS aims to protect children, overreach can devastate families. Reforms, like mandatory Miranda-like warnings for parents, are those to ensure transparency. For advocacy, turn to resources like cpsbreakingnews.com.
In a wave of outrage sweeping the nation, parents, advocates, and survivors gathered in cities across the U.S. from September 7th to 9th, 2025, to protest what they call systemic corruption in Child Protective Services, CPS, and family courts. Demonstrators in Orange County, CA, and beyond chanted slogans demanding accountability, third-party oversight, and an end to practices they allege facilitate child trafficking and unjust family separations. One protester in Sacramento shared a harrowing story of CPS removing children without due process, echoing broader claims that the system prioritizes financial incentives over family unity. These protests, organized by groups like Family Court Fraud Warrior, highlight ongoing allegations that CPS agencies receive federal bonuses for adoptions under the 1997 Adoption and Safe Families Act, potentially incentivizing removals.
So, that just said that they get bonuses. So in case people don't know, Virginia again was denied their bonuses on Monday. And I got this from a good source. So hold on, I'm trying to pull it up. It says last year they got either a 1.3 or 1.6 raise and a 3% bonus. I can't hear you, Darren. Turn your mic on.
I said, where the hell is Herbert, right? Remember Herbert used to argue with us about this bonus thing all the time.
And a 3% bonus on top of a 1.3 or 1.6 raise. But you want more money? You want more money to take kids, right? So this is what I was told. Watch for any fundraisers in Virginia through the schools because they're going to try and take money from the education department.
Ooh, imagine that. I could see that coming.
Well, here's the thing. Why are we stealing money from the schools that you clearly have a contract with? And then my other suspicion is you're going to take more kids to get more federal money and take your bonus from that.
Mm-hmm. So our kids are going to be lacking in education.
Yes. Or programs.
Mm-hmm.
So
ironically, I hope you are watching RFK.
I hope so too. So ironically, I get a phone call when I shared this information with a couple other people. I get a phone call that Sharando High School here in Stevens City, which is 10 minutes from me, it's a Frederick County school, is having a fundraiser.
No way.
Yes.
We need to get the little warrior on that one.
Well, that's the one that called me.
Well, she's already on it then.
She is on it.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's go, little warrior. Give us something to talk about. That is absolutely crazy.
I sent it to a girl or a lady here in Virginia, who's on all the school stuff, right? I mean, she hammers in on all the school stuff, what they're doing, what they're not doing. So I sent her a message. I said, hey, watch out for fundraisers because that's how they're going to give CPS their raises.
Right. Well, and?
She said, okay. So I got her watching, and she's down more in the Richmond area, so she can watch that part of it, and we can watch this part of it.
So you got Virginia covered. I can't wait to see if those popcorn sales this year or anything else that comes out of these schools are going to say backed by DHHS or whatever. My God.
How crazy is that? You're going to take from our children to steal our children?
Mm-hmm. Makes no sense. They're going to take, and then they're going to steal our children and steal them and steal them and steal them, put them right in the education place, right where they are.
And if people
Just
really
disgusting.
understood the reason why they built schools, now I'm going to be honest with you, school is free daycare for me, okay? It always has been. They only built schools for two reasons: to teach people how to live in prison or teach people how to work in a factory.
That's yeah, that's it. There was I was looking today when we were just at the secret meeting, and I'm a little disappointed in our president.
Why? What happened now?
Well, this is Executive Order 14288. Executive Order strengthening and unleashing America's law enforcement to pursue criminals and to protect innocent citizens. This is Donald Trump saying that he's extending the functions and the power to the local law enforcement. And I don't know how I feel about this. Let me see here. Let me see. Let me really tell you the part that just really burned my blood here. Empowering state and local law enforcement, the Attorney General and other appropriate heads of executive departments and agencies shall take all appropriate action to maximize the use of federal resources to provide new best practices to state and local law enforcement to aggressively police communities against all crimes, expand access and improve quality of training available to state and local law enforcement, increase pay and benefits for law enforcement officers, strengthen and expand legal protections for law enforcement officers, seek enhanced sentences for crimes against law enforcement officers, promote investments in security and capacity of prisons, and increase the investments in all collection, distribution, and uniformity of crime data across jurisdictions.
Well,
The
I'll
result
say this.
is a society in which tenacious law enforcement officers protect the innocent, violations of law are not tolerated, and American communities are safely enjoyed by all their citizens again.
If you live in a blue state, you'll see that governors are signing executive orders not to cooperate. I live in a purple state. Our governor is a Republican, and he has signed an executive order that tells all law enforcement to cooperate with federal law enforcement and ICE. So that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I just don't like it. We don't need to be increasing the power of the police. This is I don't like this.
We literally have an FBI agent or FBI building right around the corner from where we live. In fact, they called my husband to come clean the windows, and I told him, I'm not going to get security clearance, but you can go ahead and do it.
Oh man, I just don't like this. That means that they're giving them more power to go with child protective services.
Well, I guess that goes back to what the angry citizen said. I mean, they have to be constitutional. Are you going to follow the Constitution or are you going to follow the president? I mean, the president is not the Constitution.
Listen to this. Administration will therefore establish best practices at the state and local level for cities to unleash high-impact local police forces, protect and defend law enforcement officers wrongly accused and abused by state or local officials, and surge resources to officers in need.
Wow.
Donald Trump.
But you do understand, unless that says immediate, every executive order that is signed has to be passed by Congress. You do understand that, right?
Hold on a minute.
Okay. And then it takes 2 years to go into law once Congress passes it, unless it says immediate.
Within 90 days of the date of this order, the Secretary of Defense, in coordination with the Attorney General, shall determine how military and national security assets, training, non-lethal capabilities, and personnel can most effectively be utilized to prevent crime.
Well, then it goes into effect in 90 days.
Yeah, this was in April 28th, 2025.
So it's in effect now.
Using
July.
national security assets for law and order. Within 90 days of the date of this order, the Attorney General and the Secretary of Defense, in consultation with the Secretary of Homeland Security and the heads of agencies as appropriate, shall increase the provision of excess military and national security assets in local jurisdictions to assist state and local law enforcement.
Well, that must be what he used to get the National Guard involved. They didn't go in until
Except
July.
for he's not saying National Guard. He's talking about regular military here.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it went into effect July, whatever that date, April what, 20 something. So it went into effect July 20, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably why our governor signed that executive order telling them to cooperate with them.
Yeah. I looked through a couple more of his executive orders.
Uh-huh.
And, you know what? I love Trump too. But I think that his executive orders really need to be looked at, people that think that you know who Trump is and what he's about. Because there's a lot of things that lie in these inks, and they're lies, and they're not matching up to the things that he preaches or what he says.
Well, guess we all have to do our due diligence then. So I want to give this lady, I know she's probably not watching us, but if she ever comes across this video, and let me tell you what her name is. Crap, hold on. I'm pulling it up. Oh Lord. Miss Ruth, I don't know how to say your last name. The one that supposedly kidnapped her 5 children and her husband. She went to a jury trial and was found not guilty for kidnapping her own children. The father goes in October.
Yep, that was the one up here in Massachusetts that they said that they weren't going to get their kids back, that thing. And they left and they forced them to get that thing done.
Or Florida, somewhere.
Well, they left from Massachusetts and they were going to Texas.
Okay.
And then they got caught up. I don't remember if they got caught. Did they make it to Texas? I don't remember if they made it there or not. But then they were. No, I thought it was like Kansas or something, right? They got caught in or something like that.
Well, she was just found not guilty by a jury of her peers for not kidnapping her 5 biological children. Thank you, God. That is a win for everybody.
That sure is. That's a great win for everybody.
Dad goes in October.
How do you get? I mean, okay, CPS takes control of your children. Well, you know what? As far as I can see it, is like this: as long as you still have custody of them, and well, I mean, they're your kids forever. They're your biological kids. They're your kids, and until I also found that you're supposed to sign a letter of intent or when you give up your rights, you're supposed to sign there. Whether you're found guilty of a TPR or not, and they do that to you, they terminate your rights. You still have to sign out voluntarily your rights to get rid of your children or to pass your rights over, is what I hear. Now, I haven't really looked into it that much yet because I just heard that, but I want to see if that's true or not. They don't just get able to give your kids rights to somebody else. You have to voluntarily hand them to someone.
When I was helping a girl here, now Spanny's helping her, she texts me and she's like, CPS wants me to voluntarily give up my rights. And I said, absolutely not. You make them terminate you because you can't appeal it if you voluntarily do it.
Right.
So she didn't do it. They TPR'd her and now she's working with Spanny. Actually, the father goes to court November 6th. I'm sorry. I thought it said October.
Yeah, so he's got to sit in jail. I'm pretty sure he's sitting in jail.
It doesn't say. But I'm pretty sure he's going to be acquitted too. They are his children.
We can only hope, but that is a huge win if they can pull this off and win this. That's a huge win for us.
Yeah.
And then the fact that don't tell us what we can and can't do with our kids, even if you're in state's custody, you know.
So I also went
because we still are the parents.
Exactly. So I went to parentalrights.org and I saw that some senators and congressmen in DC are signing on to this parental rights bill that they're trying to get passed. And it's only been there. Huh?
We need to get my bill passed.
Yeah, we do. And it's only been a week and they're having more and more Republicans sign on to it. But they did say they're having a little bit of issues with the Democrats. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so all you Congress people out there that aren't watching us, but if you are watching us, send us an email and I'll get you the copy of the bill that really will make a difference in the child protective services and what will go on with the future of all of this for us. You know, it sucks that you have all these big groups that are out there and none of them have a damn clue really what they're even doing. But we had a senator on our show that told us exactly what we need to do to get a bill even looked at. And the thing is I've looked at all these other people's bills and they don't have what our friend has said needs to be done by these people if they want to get a bill passed. The number one thing Eric said is what?
Whatever saves them money.
Yeah. And none of these people talk about that. None of it's even realistic. None of them talk about break down the financial, savings and how it costs over a 5 or 10 year plan or any of that stuff. They don't stand a chance in hell. Sure, the ideas are great. I'm sure we all have the same ideas. The first one on my bill is get rid of CPS, period. That's it. That's the beginning of that bill right there. I mean, that's a no-brainer.
Save all the money.
Right. That's it right there. And then it's to give more money back to the people that they took their kids and to give their kids back. And then let's talk about what we're going to do after that. But not until those things are met. Not until those provisions are met. Because too many people are going to be left behind by all this crap that they're putting out now. They're not going to change anything for the people that have already been affected by this. They're not going to change anything for the people that are going through it. The only people that this is going to help is people in the future. It's not going to affect anybody that's in the now. And that's wrong because there's millions and millions of people out there that have already been railroaded by these pieces of shit that need relief and they need help. And they're not including them in these bills.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody that has anything retroactive in it.
Other than me.
Yeah, well, don't be difficult today, Darren. It's Friday. I have a tough weekend ahead of me. Yeah. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Nothing retroactive. Nothing. So what good is that? What good is that? So people, before you sign on to all of this malarkey about these guys having these bills and look at all this, you say, what is it going to do for me and now? Because it's not going to do a goddamn thing for anybody in the me and now at all. It's going to help the people in the future. Sure, that's great. Help those people in the future. Sure, that's wonderful. But if we abolish CPS, then we don't have to worry about the people in the future, do we? So we need to help the people here and now, and we need a bill that's put into place that helps the people here and now and the past that have been railroaded by these pieces of shit. Because it doesn't make it right that you've got to go through all this 1983 shit and color of law and all this. Like these people, us people have been hurt enough by the system that we deserve the redress now, not in 5 years and not depending on some judge and some person that, could give a shit less that took our kids from us to begin with. What do you think? These judges that already ordered these kids to be taken are going to order you to win a lawsuit? Come on. That's not going to work. That's just ridiculous to even think so. And I guarantee you, I bet you 1 out of every 4 people that have lost their kids to CPS come back into the court system facing the same judges that took their kids to begin with.
And they should really have to recuse themselves from that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It just happened to me in a case here. Now, how is it that every time I go to court in the state of Maine that has 27 or 32 available judges at any time or whatever, I've got to get the same damn judge that I've gotten every single freaking time? Come on. And you know what she asked this last time? If she wanted me to she wanted to recuse herself. That was very kind of her.
What did you say?
But absolutely not. No way. Dismiss me again. Dismiss me again for the third time when this state tries to tell me that I'm guilty of something that I didn't do. Dismiss me again.
This is what drives me nuts. The state cannot be a witness to and a party to any case, right?
No, and if they are, they have to be heard by the Supreme Court.
It should say, I'll have to look at my federal one. It's old. But anyway, I do believe that my shit said, we the people against Tiffany. I don't think it said the state of Virginia. I think mine said it's the people against Tiffany.
You know, I kind of feel like I've heard that before too, Tiff. I think you could be right there. You usually are. Because that's what we do here on this station is we always make sure we have the truth and what the real stuff is. So I'm sure that you are right. But I do recall maybe even in some of my court hearings when I was younger, I feel like it used to say the people of the state of Maine versus down the way or whatever. Yeah. I think you're right about that. I wonder when that changed.
I don't know.
Because you're absolutely right.
But we elect a prosecutor who represents the people, not the state. The attorney generals represent the state.
Mm-hmm. But you can't represent the state because an entity can't be a party to a right. And that's what it says. What is it? Article 3, blah, blah, blah. It says that if the original jurisdiction lies with the Supreme Court, then if it's the state is the entity in the case, then the original jurisdiction belongs at the Supreme Court.
And the state can't be a witness against any of its citizens.
Mm-hmm.
That's a conflict of interest.
So that should just invalidate all of these orders anyway.
Yeah. But we know that they don't follow policies. They write them. They don't follow them. They don't follow the Constitution.
Policies and procedures are meant for the government, not for the people.
It doesn't matter who they're made for. They still don't follow them.
Right. But that's what they're meant for. Policies and procedures are made for the U.S. government. They are made for to keep the government in line with what they're supposed to be doing for us or under us or the guides of us, we the people.
Right, because there's only one law in every state, and that's that state constitution. There's only one superior law that trumps everything. That's the Constitution. Period.
Yep. And the Supreme Court, people, is not the Constitution. Just FYI.
No, they're not.
People get this very, very, they get this mixed up when you say supremacy clause is the supreme law of the land. Doesn't mean the Supreme Court is the law of the land. The Constitution is the supreme law of the land.
Yes.
Which means that Constitution trumps everything.
Nobody, let me rephrase this. Nobody, not even the President of the United States, is above the Constitution.
Well, we the people.
No. We fall right under them.
I thought we sit above, no? In the manual, no?
I might be wrong.
I thought the first thing was supposed to be we the people.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, but that's the whole thing. It's the Constitution, right? And then we the people. So you put your name.
Well, the Constitution is supposed to be the guideline for the government to be formed.
Well, you know what? You might be right. We might have to look at it.
Yeah, I think that because I remember when we had that lady on. Let's get that baby up because remember that lady was telling us it was disappearing. Remember we were supposed to say on the United States. Remember the United States manual?
Okay, hold on.
And it was supposed to say remember she had us write it in there. It was supposed to say we the people at the very top.
Yes, it is. You're right. It says Tiffany Wise, the government of the United States, and then the Constitution. So you were right. Oh, you're so funny.
That's me. Let's see here. Does it say it in the organizational flow chart too?
No, you have no. It used to say we the people.
Right, because here it says the government of the United States. Right. So the government of the United States breaks them down, but it's supposed to say we the people above that, right?
Correct. Or you just put your name above that.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. It is just so everybody can see it. Here's the government flow chart. There's a flow chart. There it is, people. So the Constitution, the executive branch, the legislative branch, and the judicial branch, and then it breaks it down to the Department of Defense, Department of this, that, the other, Department of Tiff and the Punisher, so on and so forth. We're right up in here somewhere. I think it says Department of Tiff and Punisher right here. I think there it is. So we supersede that of everything that's below this right here. So listen to what we say, people, because we know what we're talking about. Yeah. So that's that. That's that about that.
I think you should
That's
put
all I'm
that
saying
on our
about that one,
website.
Tiff. All right. I'm putting up the government flow chart. And you saw where we fit into there, right, Tiff? Right there. Tiff and the Punisher right there in that little block.
That's right.
Fit right in. That's right. I apologize, guys, about the comments being off for the majority of the show. Gunner, thank you for letting us know that they were down. Appreciate that. Make sure you guys sign up for the newsletter too, the cpsbreakingnews.com. Go there, check it out. We got merchandise there. I put the What Would Charlie Do merchandise up there. It's well, here's the shirt. Here, let me show it to you guys. We're putting the money that goes to this shirt. Look, I know that they have millions and millions of dollars, I'm sure, but you know what? The extra $10 or whatever it is that we charge for the shirt is going to Turning Point also. So, just so we can help with that cause, so if you guys want to buy these stuff, they're pretty slick. I ordered one the other day. And then of course me and Tiff's gear is coming now for us too. But here's the, What Would Charlie Do stuff from our new company, Printful. That didn't mess it up. But Tiff, did you see the sweatshirt too? You didn't see the sweatshirt I designed, did you? I might have to order us one of these too because of how long it took. But check this thing out. You're gonna like this. You're gonna like this.
Did your mom send that box out?
I'm gonna go with her today and do it, but I don't want to look in the box.
I know, but I want to wear them on October 11th.
Yes. We'll have them by then. Look at these.
Oh man, how much are those?
I'll get us one of them.
Yeah, you just tell me and I'll pay you when I get my tax money.
Yeah, did you see the back of them? Let me see if it shows the back too. It's got to show the back. That's the view there. Let me see if it shows the other thing there. How do I get to the back?
Oh my.
Oh my, yeah. See, there's a selection of all the things we could do. I'm gonna go put the bathing suit. Put us on the bathing suit,
Lord.
Tiff. Yep, that'll be good. Put my eyes right at the mid level. Yeah. Let me
you better
see
talk to Mary about that.
Jared, are those yours eyes on them breasts on all those bathing suits?
Oh yeah, I definitely want that. But you better talk to your wife about that before you put your eyes in.
Here's the back though. I love the back. The back's
Oh
badass.
hell
Look
yeah!
At that. Huge. It's the full back. It's the full back. But I'm sorry, I was supposed to be showing the What Would Charlie Do shirts. I'm sorry, I went to this, but which how do I get back to that? Let me go back. We'll go back. But yeah, those are available too. And I'll order one of these today for us. These sweatshirts. As soon as I get off the show, I'll order them so that we have these too. Let's see. How do I go back? I don't know. Well, let's go back. Back. Leave. I'll do this. I'll go to the little store here at Printful. I'll put the link for the store up there too. I've been trying to connect it to our YouTube channel, but I'm having issues with that for some reason. Let's see. If we go to the stores. We go to CPS Breaking News Store. We go to View My Store. All right, and we'll share this tab instead. There we go. Here's everything that's available at the store right now. But these are the What Would Charlie Do shirts right here.
They're on Facebook. If you go to Fight CPS and go through, you scroll through that website is on your Facebook page. I went through it.
Yeah, cool. Well, I'll put it up here for all of us too. It says this is all of our stuff here from this channel. Not all of it. I have more, but you can get the Queen hat. See, I put the Queen hat back up on this place so you guys can match Tiff. Right there. It is $16, guys. You can be just like Tiffany.
I see it.
Yeah, there it is. This is Gunner's. This is Gunner's shirt right here. Gunner for CPS. The Reckoning, as he calls it. Yeah, that's nice. And on the back, it says The Reckoning. You see the back? The Reckoning 25. And on the side, it's got the Gunner battle patches that we made. Right there.
I love all that work.
Yeah, the Make Parenting Great Again hats.
Yeah.
Right here. You can have look at these, huh? Look at that. Let's see. Oh, Tiff, wait till you see the football jersey I've done for us. It's not quite done yet, but and then we have the CPS breaking news sweatshirts right here. Check these out, guys. Yeah,
Wow.
cool, nice there. Ball of CPS and little things on the little things on the side of the hoods and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's good stuff. But yeah, we got all kinds of stuff here. But yeah, like I was saying, get a hold of these puppies because these are limited time, and we're donating the money to Turning Point. And on the back, it says "Prove Me Wrong." So if you guys can get yourself some of these, we'll be wearing these this week too. There we go. This one shows the whole thing. Prove Me Wrong. It's got the I did the WWCD. What would Charlie do right there on the arm? And then they did a "Don't Tread on Me" thing with the Charlie thing. That says I don't remember what I put on it, but it's pretty cool. Yeah. So pick these shirts up, guys, and show your support for Charlie and Turning Point and all that stuff that he did to speak out and speak his mind and do all the stuff that they're trying to shut us down from doing, protecting that First Amendment right that we have to do what we do here every day. So, yeah, I was going to put the link to that store up. I didn't even do it.
It's on your Facebook page.
I know, but I'm going to put it here too. What if they don't go to my Facebook?
Oh, well, yeah, I guess you got to
go there too. Yes. That's point number 2 for Darren today. Second point for me. Oh my.
Oh my.
Here. I'll put it right here. All right. Paste.
So the sheriff's department don't even knock on my door anymore, and they dropped this off for my daughter. They just rolled it up and put it on my door.
Yeah, they probably run. I wish you had the video footage of that stuff.
Well, Mitch left, and he walks back in with this paper. I thought it was my summons for November 3rd for the dog at large, but it's for my daughter. She just tried to call me, so I got to call her.
Susie. Oh, so they found out that they're terminating in my daughter's rights to her son. Oh, Debbie.
Oh, that's horrible. Stay in contact with Spanny because she just stay in contact with Spanny.
Yep. Oh, that's terrible, Debbie.
That is terrible.
Mm-hmm. All that. I can't believe that the ADA didn't help her either. I mean, have you talked to Henry, Debbie? You should get a hold of Henry. Talk to Henry that's on the show Equal and the Same, because he's a fierce advocate for the ADA.
Yes, he is.
He could probably have helped you because there's no way that they should have been treating you and your daughter the way that they've been treating you guys with the disabilities that you guys have. Absolutely not. And I'm sorry to blast that out there about that, but this is go time for you and all hands on deck. So I would get a hold of Henry if you can and see what he might have to say to you because that's important. So anybody that has any sort of issues with the ADA, Henry's the guy that you want to hit up. His show's on Saturday nights at 8 o'clock. equaling the same. So make sure you guys check that out. Tomorrow night, he will be there. And then, of course, Sunday night, we got gunning for CPS. We got a couple more things coming down. So, yes. All right. Cool. Thank you very much, Susie. Louis is going to put it on his website, too. That's cool. So we get that stuff up there. Awesome. Oh, and our girl Tammy is praying for us every day. She's praying for us. Love it. They're working. I'm pretty sure they're working, Tammy. So you keep that stuff up because we need them prayers. Everybody here needs the prayers. We all need the prayers.
Yes, we do.
But yes. Well, thank you, Wet Plants, for even being here and watching us. You guys are all great. Without you guys, we don't even have the drive to do this every day. So just remember that. That being said, be back Monday night. Kick some more CPS ass. Until then, keep them out of your house, guys. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Together we rise, together we